Hello everyone, hope you all are doing great. So it has been a very long time since we had any videos, lectures. So I hope in this semester I give you maximum outcome so you can easily excel good and score well in your semester exams. So we'll be discussing about the syllabus of your very important subject of semester 5, that is your pharmaceutical jurisprudence. uh, this small orientation is designed in order to make you better understand about the syllabus and the chapter, because whenever you start learning or practicing something, what is that you should know. So basically in pharmaceutical jurisprudence in semester 5 you have just the theory part, no practicals as for this subject. Okay, and here we'll be discussing about the scope, objectives, the course outcome. The total 5 units will be having a short discussion what it consists, what it compromises, and severely and simultaneously will be heading towards our lecture videos. So I hope I'm very clear to you all. So, what is pharmaceutical jurisprudence? So, pharmaceutical jurisprudence is a subject which comprises of your laws, ethics. Okay, what are your codes? What are your definitions, the legal definitions? What are the prohibitions, regulations from PCI, Pharmacy Council of India? What are the laws and acts given to a registered pharmacist which one should follow, and basically all the regulatory authorities, which is very important to study in the virtue of a registered pharmacist. Okay, so this subject has a quite good weightage, though the subject is little vast and we can also say it is boring. But as a pharmacist, as a registered pharmacist, what are the rules and regulations, offenses, and penalties? One should be clear. Okay, because after this, you might open a pharmacy store or you may work under a supervision of any hospital pharmacy, or you may do any clinical trials. So you should know what are the license, restricted license, what are the government authorities. Okay, what are the things you need to do for getting that license, or what are the offenses that you should not do, and what are the examination analysis, and what is the criteria behind uh, being a registered pharmacist. Okay, so and what obviously what you have to sell, what is the conditions for your wholesale, retail, what are the restricted drugs. So this chapter is basically a brief detail about that. Okay, the subject is very vast, but here it is written only 45 hours. 45 hours is not sufficient for completing the syllabus. There are very detailed study of everything, so you need to take out a very quite crucial time to in order to study this. Okay, because there are schedules which are very important to remember now, later, and ever after. So basically after the pharmaceutical jurisprudence, what will be your course outcomes? Course outcomes are nothing but the outcomes which you will come to know, the things you will learn, the things you will know about this subject after the semester. After semester 5, what are the things that you attract from the subject? So basically you will know about the code of ethics, the regulatory authorities and agency governing the manufacturing and sale of pharmaceuticals, various Indian pharmaceutical acts and laws. The acts and laws of pharmacy varies from country to country. Okay, so here we have just about India. Then pharmaceutical legislatures, their implications in the development and marketing of pharmaceuticals, and how the world will contribute to make this career a better place. Okay, so it's all about that. Total we have 5 units in which we'll study about different acts in different units. Okay, in first unit you will study about the Drugs and Cosmetic Acts, okay, in 1940 and its rules in 1945, where you have definitions, legal definitions, schedules, acts, import of drugs, classes, cosmetics prohibited, license permitted, okay, or permit, what are the offenses and penalties, manufacture of drugs like prohibition, manufacture of sale of certain drugs, then what are the conditions for granting of license, manufacture of drugs, examination, analysis, license and repacking. In unit 2 you have all about the schedules, okay, then sales of drugs, what are the condition, offenses, restricted license, penalties, then labeling, packaging, where you have, there are list of permitted colors that are only allowed, again its offenses and penalties, then what are the administration of acts of rules for advisory board, central drugs, consultative committee, government drug analysis, licensing authorities, controlling authorities and drug inspectors. Then in unit 3 we have to study about the constitution and functions of PCI, Pharmacy Council of India, its state and joint state pharmacy council, constitutions, its functions, registrations of pharmacies, offenses and penalties. Then we have in unit 3 medicinal and toilet preparations. What are the manufacturing practices that are to be carried out for alcoholic preparations, Ayurvedic, homeopathic, patent and proprietary preparations. Obviously, simultaneously, it's penalties and offenses also. Okay, whenever you are studying about the law, remember their offenses and penalties one should know, then only that law is surpassed very nicely, okay, and followed, otherwise that law is gone waste if there are no offenses and penalties. Okay, objectives, definitions, abuse prohibition, national fund, export of opium or poppy straw, okay, then certain parental products also, uh, narcotic drugs and psychotropic drugs, okay. In unit 4 we have salient features of drugs and magic remedies act, okay, wherein we'll come when we'll study about the lecture videos, I'll make sure to make you understand better. Today we'll be having just a upper orientation. Then what are the prevention and cruelty of animals? Okay, guide, we should follow the CPC SE guidelines. Okay, record powers to use animals for any of the pharmaceutical practices. Then in unit 5 you have a miscellaneous part. Okay, wherein you will have pharmaceutical legislators like health survey, development committees, different committees, then code of pharmaceutical ethics, MTP, very important, medical termination of pregnancy act, right to information act, and IPR, that is your introduction to intellectual property and rights. Okay, so basically this covers an overview of the syllabus. I hope you have got the gist of the syllabus of pharmaceutical jurisprudence. Thank you. Comment any if any doubts.